All right, and we're back. So, because this CD came out literally today, I think their database has not been updated yet, so I had to go into the internet and find it myself. But I managed to find the artwork, so I'm just gonna embed it, and bam, we have our artwork now. Okay, well, it looks like the album art I found. It's not the highest quality, but maybe we can find the lyrics. Nope. Okay, so yeah, so since brand new album, their database is not updated, so no lyrics, no high quality album art just yet. It's supposed to look something like this, um, with the really high quality art and then the lyrics to the song on the right. Um, I'm just gonna wait a couple of days and probably update it, or I'll probably just try to see if I can find a better picture for the art. But yeah, that's how you import music and change the art and stuff like that. But now, why do all this? Why not just listen to it on Spotify? It's easy. You just put it on. You don't have to do all this song and dance. Well, first things you can do is you can do whatever you want with it. It's really fun just to mess with music sometimes. For example, since I don't really like this art, I can choose a different one. So we can go to here. I like this one here. This is funny. Well, bam, that's the album art now. And let's say this song right here, I can change it to be, instead of looser, we can make it not the winner. And then we can make the artist be the, oh, whoop. Hold on. We can make the artist be the unaggressive deer. All right, so now we have this epic song by the the unaggressive deer here called "Not the Winner." But other than just doing funny stuff like that and just messing with it, you get to own your music, which is the big part of it. For example, we'll have this album here by Taylor. She can't just come in here and steal my album for me. Like, she can't come to my computer and delete it or steal my CD. But what she could do? She could just take her music from Spotify if she really wanted to. Maybe she's like, I want to start a new streaming service, call it Swift Streams or something. Which I highly doubt she's gonna do. That'd be kind of funny, but I don't think she's gonna do that. But what artists actually do, for example, King Gizzard, is they take their music off Spotify as a way to protest against them. King Gizzard doesn't like the policies of Spotify, like the low pay and stuff like that. But more importantly, they're really against the fact that the CEO was funding war drones and AI stuff like that. And I agree with it. I'm like, that's kind of messed up, So they took their whole discography off Spotify, and you can still listen to them on Apple Music. And because they're one of the coolest bands ever, if you go on their Bandcamp, you can download all their music for free right now for their fans. There are those people who can't afford to buy their music, so they just made it free. You can just download their music for free now, which is pretty epic. That's pretty cool. But they're not the only ones who've done stuff like this. For example, Godspeed, Black Emperor, they also took down their music from Spotify for like the same reasons. But yeah, so again, the main reason why I do this is just I like owning my music. I like being able to have something and not be taken away on a whim if they really want to, or for something like King Gizzard's was pretty good in my opinion, so I'm not really mad against that. But stuff like that, at any point the music could be taken down, and there's nothing I can do about it. All my music is now gone. I'd rather just own it and have it. That's the main reason why I do this. But now I'm gonna listen to "Not the Winner" by the Unaggressive Deer.